What's going on, YouTube? I'm Adrian. I'm a 22-year-old graphic designer from Arizona, and I've sold thousands of bootleg tees, and I've built a couple brands with a few thousand followers. I love streetwear, and I'm just here to teach you guys what's worked for me, what hasn't, and I want to show you guys how to do it. So let's get to it. So I started off in design, just designing on a iPod and an iPad when I was a kid, probably about 12 years old, not too old, just, messing around, putting pictures of me and LeBron together and just trying to figure out what looked cool. And I mean, I was just not even trying to do anything. I was just basically messing around on Pixart. Yeah, it just came from a genuine love of just combining photos and making a different aesthetic to a picture. And even with my own pictures, I always loved photography. I always loved um, aesthetically pleasing things. There's just something about that I've always loved about visuals. So my love for design just comes from aesthetically pleasing and visualizing something I would love to see. So when I first started designing, I had not really anything. I didn't really have a portfolio. I didn't have any type of work or people that I've worked for. I didn't really want to get a design degree or design job. I just kind of liked what I liked, and it worked. So kind of here to show you guys how that can go and how that works, and just basically it's kind of up to you, and it's kind of up to your own style, so what you like. So I grew on TikTok with my brand is Band Supply. I'll put a picture up right here. I have a few thousand followers, and i have a I have a few 100,000 likes as well. um, that really helped me with my sales, and as well as on Instagram. I have a few thousand followers on there. I was originally just designing, and then I also got into direct to garment work because I wanted to print my own designs and print my own bootleg tees. So yeah, I started off designing. I went through a couple manufacturers. The manufacturing process was a struggle for me. So there were some people that I met, and they helped me along the way. But I eventually just saved up for a year, and I bought my own. I bought my own DTG printer, which allowed me to have full customization of basically any t-shirts I wanted, which was amazing. So with that though, there was a lot of good and bad, pros and cons. I was able to make a lot of cool epic tees and make at the touch of my hands. I could do whatever I want, but it was very cost efficient and very time efficient, and it's not as simple as just making any tee you want and you're good to go. It's a lot of marketing, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort, and it became a lot too overwhelming. So I eventually ended up selling the DTG printer and all of the equipment. But I have all the design resources, skills, and marketing tools to put you in a successful position and not do what I did. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on what that looked like about the direct to garment business, and if you don't know, direct to garment is just a big t-shirt printer. It's a printer like a any type of paper printer that you print any picture on. It was like that, but for t-shirts. So yeah, but if you guys have any more questions or anything you guys want to ask about, just leave a comment below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Also, subscribe if you just love streetwear and design in general. If you're just a fan of streetwear and the culture, definitely you can learn a thing or two from this channel. Yeah, maybe next video can be top 3 tips to make your t-shirts go viral in 2025, and just something like that. So definitely a lot of information and things you can do and learn from this channel. So the main reason I'm starting this channel is because I love streetwear, I love design, I love everything about the process, and I want to show off this process and basically teach you guys how you guys can do the same thing and make money. So yeah, it's really just I just want to be a tool, and I want to be help and provide value to people out there who love the same things I do. So my brand was Band Supply, and I mainly made it because of the Drake tour in 2023. I really wanted some Drake t-shirts I hadn't seen, and that's kind of where it started. I had a few ideas. I went back and I listened to all the albums. I mean, I already listened to Drake almost every day, so yeah. I mean, I went back. I made t-shirts. I took a lot of reference photos. I took inspiration from things that I loved and I enjoyed about t-shirts, and I made them into my own version of something new. So yeah, I was able to make a few t-shirts for almost every album, and I marketed those shirts for about 4 months to 3 months before his tour. And even while his tour, it was huge. It was crazy. It was pretty cool. There was a lot of momentum, and yeah, it was something I had never done before, and it was something cool to see that I had built my own, little brand and following and community just off of people who enjoy the same thing I do. So yeah, I just want to teach you guys that you guys can do the same thing. I'm not any different or special. I literally just applied myself, and yeah, I got a lot of knowledge and experience, and I loved doing it. So I mean, I would love to teach people how to do the same thing. So my main sources of people seeing me was TikTok and Instagram. I was doing photo shoots. I was doing viral reels. I was doing viral TikToks. I was marketing as much as possible beforehand using, audios, hashtags, whatever I could, so people would know what my business was about and people would see my product and get eyes on it. And I specifically work in the bootleg industry. Like I mainly I couldn't tell you how to run your clothing brand because that's not where I specialize. I'm not a clothing brand specialist. I'm just more of a bootlegger. Okay, so what's gonna help you guys most is content. Content, as simple as that, is I was literally in my garage posting 20 videos a day, and one or two of those would go viral, and I would gain 300 to 200 posts or 200 followers a day. And you can even gain more than that. That's not even that much, honestly. Like that was like just slow numbers, but I've had friends and seen people who do way more than that just off of viral TikToks and viral Instagram reels. So your number one best friend is going to be content. Number two, your number two best friend is going to be trends. Trends sell. Um, Even for me, I like everything that's currently in fashion, influence, whatever type of influence in real time that things have. They have a pull, and you're more likely to capitalize on that than something that's not trending at all. No one really is talking about it. Then it's a lot harder to pull an audience versus something that's trending and something that's not trending and or people aren't talking about it, or it's more of your own niche, which is still a good thing. But if you're looking at it in terms of a business, you want to provide value to people who are looking for the trend. So you want to be the trend, either you want to be the trend maker or be the people who capitalize off of the trend. Tip number three, I recommend you get a good manufacturer, either someone around you or someone overseas. There's a lot of apps and other places you can see, but I mean, if you're just doing bootleg tees, there's printers in the area. I'm sure you can resource and outlook to get your first graphic tee or your first bootleg tee done, and then the ball just starts rolling from there. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways. I would say find a solid manufacturer and get one product out, use it as a sample, and promote that sample before you order a bulk order and do anything further than that. It's definitely just getting your feet wet and seeing what that process is like, because you'll never know until you do it. Until I printed my first direct to garment t-shirt, I didn't know direct to garment was even a thing. So getting your feet wet and outsourcing and looking for nearby printers just with a simple Google search and really trying to put the work in, that's going to turn your real designs and visions into real life products the right way. Something I struggled with direct to garment was, even though I had a direct to garment printer, I feel like the quality wasn't the quality I was looking for in a clothing brand, and that was a setback for the business. So definitely do things the right way. Get a sample and then promote that sample, and then think about purchasing bulk if you have enough people who want to do that. So just know that manufacturing is very important, and if you want to have an established brand and something that people will buy again, you're better off doing it the correct way the first time than trying to just get out a cheap product to to sell to anyone. So whether you're selling on Etsy, whether you're selling on Shopify, on any online site, Depop, there's hundreds of sites, and you can gain influence from anywhere. I just want to let you guys know it's possible All right, YouTube, that's going to be the end of the video for today. This is just an introduction to who I am, how I've sold over a few thousand tees, bootleg specifically, and some few tips that can help you, along the way. So definitely expect a lot more videos, a lot more content. Maybe next video we can do top 3 tips for going viral. So yeah, just stay with the channel. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, leave any comments you guys have or questions, and I'll make sure to get back to you guys later. Peace.